Hey Bunny, you know what happens when you cook with heart?
It's overly emotional.
You cook, yes. and you cook from the heart, which is from the under
the skin part.
Under the skin, and mostly the left boob.
And
overly emotional cooking, new beginning. Big finish, Bunny, go.
And my sister's going crazy.
Hi guys, my name is Eleni. Welcome to Overly Emotional Cooking, a show that takes cooking to heart.
Pause. With special guest, Bunny Vasses.
Bunny Vasses, also known as Anna.
Hi.
Because she wasn't baptized as Bunny, surprisingly enough.
There are no Greek names.
There are no
Bunny.
there's no Saint Bunny,
No.
although there should be.
Seriously.
You know what regular folks do at 2 o'clock in the morning? They...
Sleep.
Yeah, watch TV.
Sleep.
Especially if they've been at work.
Sleep.
They sleep. But we is not regular folks, is we?
We is not. We like to parties.
So it's not Good Friday as we film this, but it'll be Good Friday when you guys see this. Now, we're Greek Orthodox, which normally our Easters are different, but every 4 years the Easters come together, so we're all having Good Friday. So I don't know if you guys do the meatless thing, but we do. Technically, you're not supposed to have cheese, but as this dish has feta, you will all forgive us for being poor, horrible Greek people.
I've already forgiven myself.
So, what is this dish called?
Spanakopita.
Say the whole thing with the cheese.
Oh, spanakotiropita.
Say that 3 times fast.
And with the Greek accent, please.
Do you know who invented fast talking? Me neither, but if we ask our dad, he'll say Greek people.
Totally. It's like, a scene from My Big Fat Greek Wedding. That's our dad, minus the Windex.
Spanakotiropita is a mixture of spinach, feta cheese, ricotta. Do you need in?
I'm just...
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. She was providing interpretive dance in the background.
There's also sauteed onion.
Sauteed onion and dill and parsley.
And salt and pepper. But, because we're putting feta in there, you're going to put very little salt.
Yeah.
Because feta is on the saltier side.
Feta's naturally salty, plus usually it's in brine, so even when you rinse it, it's quite salty, but it's super yummy. So according to our parents, both of our grandmas would actually roll out their own phyllo dough, like really thin.
Yeah.
But just because we have their names doesn't mean we have that ability.
I ain't that talented yet.
Not yet.
Plus I don't got the space.
But I'm pretty sure I have Grandma Lenny's bum if memory serves.
Yeah. I have the Grandma Anna's hips.
She has Grandma Anna's hips. It's true. It's crazy. It's like they knew who to name us after. So you're gonna chop green and purple onion. Yes.
Fresh onion.
Fresh onion and the dry purple onion.
Spanish onions.
The Spanish onion, which is the appropriate name for that. Thank goodness Anna's here. You put that in a pan of olive oil. Are we gonna salt and pepper it at this point?
We are going to salt and pepper the first batch of sauteed spinach.
First batch of sauteed spinach. Now we have a lot of sauteed spinach. So what we're actually doing is we're putting the first batch in with the onions, taking it out, then we're adding more so we can get all of it because we're making 2 large pans.
And at this point, just so you know what 2 large pans, you would need about, if you were to buy the pre-washed spinach,
Which we did.
Which we did because it's a lot easier to use, like 5 of those.
Yeah, 5 of these.
Maybe a little bit larger.
Yeah, so we already used this, but you know the kind of the larger ones, 5 of them. Once that's all sauteed, stick the mixture in a bowl. You can put it aside, but I recommend putting it in the fridge so it'll cool faster. Now you can relax, take it a bit easy, grab a drink, but maybe you don't want to grab a drink because it is 2 o'clock in the morning. You were working till 1 and you might pass out.
But I say drink anyways because that might actually help me sleep.
So while that's cooling, you're going to chop parsley and dill. And a little is a unit of measurement, which means a little. A little is the appropriate unit of measurement.
About a quarter cup.
Quarter cup. Anna says a quarter cup. Take out that bowl of cooled spinach and onion sauté. You're going to add feta. Lots of feta. That's a unit of measurement as well. Lots. And then lots of ricotta. You don't need to add salt, but you can add pepper because it's going to add to the flavor of everything. Good so far?
Yeah.
She's better at this than I am.
Forgot to mention, we do add about 3 eggs kind of to bind everything together into the spinach mix.
I was actually going to get to that. I hadn't forgotten.
My bad.
I have no. You actually put the eggs in the bowl, mix them up with the parsley and the dill, pour that over the mixture, and then we use our hands and just mix everything together. You can actually buy phyllo dough, which is tricky to use because it is so delicate. So before you even open the packet, have a bowl of oil with a brush, because you want to brush the pan first, and then you want to brush each layer of phyllo. You wanted to add something?
I do.
Okay.
And because, as Eleni mentioned, it dries out very quickly, what you can do is you can take a nice, clean kitchen towel, wet it, open the package, put it over every time like you're taking apart one phyllo to lay it down so it doesn't dry out. So we've brushed it with olive oil. Then what you do basically is you literally lay them out. You like each thin layer of phyllo. Like split the packet in half first, okay? So the first half is going to go on the bottom, the mixture in the middle, the second half on top, but you can't just plop them on. You have to layer them out individually. You put in about half the package, you put your mixture in. Start laying phyllo on top. If the phyllo is wet, you don't need to add oil, but you are adding oil in between. 350.
You've already preheated the oven to 350. If you hadn't, just put the oven to 350. After you put the top layer on, you just like fold all the phyllo on top.
Also, sorry.
I want to add something.
Before you pop it into the oven, make sure you take your knife and you run down the top. Like
I keep forgetting
cutting
that part.
through into like squares.
And so you're just like slicing it a little bit on top, and that's just to make sure it cooks all the way through. Once it's browned, you take it out, and an option is you just put a little milk in your hand and you just sprinkle it on top. And I think that helps it not get too crumbly, but a crumbly phyllo is what you want. So it's up to you. That's kind of how our parents do it. So obviously they know everything. Yes?
The oil works just fine.
The oil works just fine. I apologize for saying things that my sister doesn't agree with ever, because that's how we do this. Overly Emotional Cooking is here every Friday, but there are videos on this channel almost 5 days a week. Please like, comment. We love to hear from you. Subscribe. As you're watching this, we're in Pittsburgh visiting family and obviously having a super fun time.
Eating loads of lamb.
Eating lots of lamb, which I will probably film and be on the following Friday. Have a very, very happy Easter.
Or Passover.
Or Passover. And we will be here next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
We like to get down with the whole down. I, in particularly, like to go to bed at, the next day. Sometimes it's noon, but I'm going to bed at that time. Why? Because I can't sleep.